Hey Legionnaires, Omega Edge here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm actually going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be taking you through the process of how I created this Guard Praetor, which I got sent through by a loyal fan as a commission. Now this is pretty exciting because I've never painted a Guard Praetor before, so I'm really excited to see what we come out with and share that process with you. Let's get started. As the 19th Legion, the Raven Guard are probably one of the more obscure warriors to me personally for the Heresy. I wasn't too fond of playing a Legion who had pretty much got wrecked at the start of the war, with only Salamanders and the Iron Hands having a worse off fate. Still, the Raven Guard models and their aesthetic has always seemed pretty cool, and I've converted a bunch of my Effort Stealth Squad in my Alpha Legion army from a few of their models. Black armor has always seemed fun to me, and interestingly, it's a colour that many beginner painters find difficult to approach. I'll delve deeper into the subjects of painting black later on, but for now let's just take a look at some of my references of the model. I would say that my biggest inspiration for converting a model like this has been Commander Strike. No, not that piece of rubbish, this Commander. I remember seeing this artwork for the first time when I started in 4th edition, and each of the loyalist Space Marine legions had their own captains to look at with accompanying art. Strike stood out for his background of being a master of shadows, striking from above and annihilating his enemies, his jetpack allowing him to leap long distances and descend upon his foes. It was actually this image in particular which inspired me to convert the Praetor in this way. The angle of the leap as he was jumping out of cover, one talon behind him and the other in front. I just found it so cool and I wanted to give this a go. So the pieces I'm going to be using for this model are from the Dark Fury kit and from Zephon. Now, I'm not the best converter, so you should be able to replicate everything you see in this video relatively easily, but of course, do let me know how you get on with it in the comment section below, and if you'd like to see more of these types of videos. This video is for a commission, so big thanks to Paris for trusting me with his work. Let's get started. Now Zephon was a beautiful model, and he was an obvious choice because his pose just works. His Mark 6 armor blending really easily with the Mark 6 of the Raven Guard Dark Furies. Now I've done a lot of conversions before, and it always starts with assessing the bits you have and then following the concept art that we've looked at. I start by planning out the bits I'll need and then clipping off all the excess parts so I have what I need in front of me. 20 minutes of planning saves 2 hours of figuring out what you're doing, only for it to fail later. So it's really important that we start with a clear base and a clear plan and foundation. Next, I clip the legs off the Dark Fury kit and decide to keep the belt because that will be the hardest part to model, and I'd rather not waste the great work that Forge World have already done for me. I then clean and sand this out, making sure to keep it as smooth as possible. Once I'm happy, I move on to the plastic and I just start putting all the parts I'll need together. biggest challenge of this project will be joining the torso to Zephon's legs, so I needed to be patient and add the milliput bit by bit. Sometimes it's easy to get frustrated and to do everything at once, but milliput needs to be built over time and there's no point starting with a bad foundation, so just be patient and take your time. So I actually lost the footage of me sculpting, but it's not that important. In the end, I end up concealing most of that work behind the array of pouches and weapons. Now we can get away with this because the tactical style is something that I think Raven Guard lend themselves quite well. Once that's done, all I need to do is attach the other parts of the model to the torso and just make sure I clean up all the extra compartments. At this point, I'm really happy and all that's left is to let the model dry before attaching the jetpack. The last part of this conversion is the base, and for this I follow the same process I did with my previous models, which was simply to sculpt the base using epoxy skull and slate. I added some debris from Make It Epic and some sandy rocks to create more natural shape and texture. And with that, the model is done and ready to be primed and painted. Now this is quite a simple conversion and I've had a lot of more difficult projects in the past and will probably have more in the future. But regardless of the result, this video was made to help you think through and consider how you can go about making your own characters and the tools at your disposal to do so. I definitely want to improve my sculpting skills going forward and share that journey with you, but that will definitely take some time. If you ever want a commission from myself, don't hesitate to contact me by my socials. I'm going to be taking a pause from my character series just for a couple of weeks to focus on fundamentals so that we can bring everyone up to the same starting point. Maybe remove some doubts people have about oil painting in general. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know what you think and I'm looking forward to your comments. Thank you so much for your support in watching that video and making it this far. All of these videos are possible thanks to my loyal patrons, and if you'd like to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe. Much love, see you soon. Bye for now.